Today we are in the second episode of our WICSO series, and this is what our civilization looks like so far. Or should I say civilizations, because there's 4 of them. But I think like 3 rebellions have happened so far, jeez. But we have the Yellow Nation, the Blue Nation, and the Red Nation, and also the Green Nation over in Italy. So I think the most recent rebellion was this red part used to be part of... So the red and blue part used to be part of the green part, but they all broke away to form their own independent nation. So, yeah, the Green Nation's not too happy. I'd say the Green Nation would probably expand down into Italy a little bit more, down the coast and stuff, all the way down into I don't even know what that part is of Italy. So the Red and Blue Nation are kind of landlocked except for the sea, and they haven't discovered boats yet, so they can't really expand. So the Yellow Nation just keeps expanding up the coastline, all the way up through. So the Green Nation will probably keep expanding down into Italy and eventually explore all of it. So down here, the Red and Blue Nation decide to form together and become one big nation. So we have 3 nations. So right here, part of the Yellow Nation wants to break away. I don't know why. They have no significance of breaking away because the Yellow Nation still owns all this. But they do anyway, and they become their own independent nation. Yellow team just keeps going up the coast, keep going, eventually discover Denmark, go up into it a little bit. So the Yellow Nation tells the Blue Nation, because the reason the Blue Nation broke apart was to explore the ocean. So the Yellow Nation tells the Blue Nation that they have made a breakthrough in boating, so they give them a boat. They go to this island, explore it, go to these islands, and then the Blue Nation tells the Green Nation about boating, and the Green Nation sends boats out to here, out into their ocean, and here, and they find those. So the Red Nation just forms and they break away, and that makes the Yellow Nation significantly smaller. But despite this loss, the Yellow Nation isn't really too mad. Let's keep expanding. Since the Yellow Nation has discovered boats, they send a boat across here and explore part of the British Isles. So the Yellow Nation explores all of this, eventually, slowly explores all of it. They explore up into Denmark and all this up here, send boats to over and where Sweden is today, explore the very tip of Sweden. And the Yellow Nation is pretty big, and so is the Red Nation. They just took a massive chunk of the Yellow Nation. So the Green Nation wants to keep expanding upward over through here. So they just keep going up along the Green's borders. That's what it looks like so far. The Yellow Nation wants to explore a massive chunk of this. They send a lot of people out to explore. The Yellow Nation is growing significantly. They eventually want to, as part of the Yellow Nation, wants to keep going up. So they just keep going all the way until they reach the other side. So this is basically if Germany and France combined, which is not gonna happen because... So they have massive lands. They slowly explore all this. So that's what our map looks like so far. Expanding up this way. They keep expanding over into the British Isles too. And the green team, seeing how much they've expanded, wants to expand also. So they just come down along where Greece is today, into their coasts. So the Blue Nation annexes all this from each of the nations. Completely landlocks the Red Nation. And since the Yellow Nation was a Red Nation ally, they threaten the Blue Nation, and they annex this little bit of land, and then they stop, and they come over here and take that. So over a lot of time, all this Yellow Nation land gets explored over 100 years. All of it gets explored and been to, and the Yellow Nation becomes this massive superpower. Eventually, more people explore up in here. They also explore up into, Scandinavia and stuff. Send a boat out to this island. So the Red Nation is kind of fed up that the Blue team annexed a bunch of their land, so they go in and take a ton of the Blue team's land. And, yeah. So over here, part of the Yellow Nation wants to break away. So eventually all this gets annexed by the Beige team. And the Yellow team really isn't happy about that, so they send troops out and take this bit of land. And then they push up into here and take all this. And then eventually I don't even know what color, like pinkish brown? I don't even know. This nation just says, okay, we will rejoin you if you just don't kill us, and that's what they do. So the yellow nation is happy again. So the green nation wants to annex this little bit so they can trade with the blue and red nation, and the blue nation annexes this little bit so they can all touch borders. The yellow nation, realizing that nobody's going to stop them, keeps pushing out east along the coasts, and then the green nation fills all this in, goes all the way over here, and then they start pushing up through here too. So over here, this part of the green nation says that they will help the blue nation get all this land if they help this part of the green nation break away from this. So this part of the green nation makes a deal with the blue nation to give them all this land if they help this part of the green nation break away from this. And so the blue team agrees. So they take all that land. So the red nation sees how much they've expanded and annexes most of down here. Eventually, like, circles them in and pushes all the way up into here. And eventually the yellow nation pushes down and stops them from taking any more of the blue land. And then the red nation takes all this and the islands. So the blue nation taking that deal really affected how much land they have. So they got reduced into this peninsula. And since the yellow nation is absolutely massive, they didn't want to try to take their land because they know they'd just die. So they just stay how they are for now and then just wait to see what happens. So the yellow nation expands out this way very slowly. The green nation comes up and meets their borders and comes down. This part wants to come down too, so they come down south, eventually meet up with this part of it, and eventually explore all this. Then they go back and forth till they fill all of it in. So eventually the yellow nation end up looking something like this. Pretty big, God. So the people on the tip of Sweden want to break away and continue up on their own little thing, so they just take all this land and they keep expanding upward. So the yellow nation keeps pushing up into what is now Sweden, keep following this coastline over into Norway. And the people of up here want to break away from the yellow nation, so they just take all that. And they, over here, take these islands to keep expanding. So the yellow nation keeps expanding out this way, and so does the green. That's going to be the end of this episode, but this is what the map of Europe looks like now. We have the yellow nation, the blue nation, the green nation, the pink nation, and the red nation. So we have 5 nations so far. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.